Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to review the Parblo A610 Pro graphic drawing tablet. This video may be a bit long, so if you want to save time you can check out the text review that I have already written on my blog. The link will be in the video description below. The content on the text review and in this video is essentially the same, and if there are any updates to my video review, I'll put the updates in the text review. This is actually a review unit that was sent over to me from Parblo. The official retail price is US $79.99. The main selling features: 8 physical shortcut buttons, a scroll wheel, a pen that doesn't require any battery, and supports pressure sensitivity up to slightly over 8,000 levels. Let's take a look at what's included. That's the warranty information. This tablet comes with a 1-year warranty. By the way, if you are using any Parblo products, I invite you to share with other viewers your user experience in the comment section below. This is the quick start guide. We have a big piece of microfiber cleaning cloth and one artist glove that's inside this zip bag. USB data cable. The pen, build quality is solid, feels really nice. This is a matte surface hard rubber grip, 2 side buttons, the pen tip. Now this pen is not powered by battery, so it doesn't require any charging. There is no eraser at the back. Overall, it feels really comfortable to hold. And this is the pen stand that you can use to rest the pen horizontally or vertically. Nib remover built into the back of the stand, and when you twist the stand you can actually open it up to reach the replacement nibs. There are 8 included, and there are 2 USB adapters. This is USB-A to micro USB, and this is USB-A to USB-C. So these are included to allow the tablet to work with Android devices like Android phones and tablets. So this is the Parblo A610 Pro graphic tablet. This is not a wireless tablet. The cable actually goes here, and as you can see, this tablet it's really thin. On the back we have matte surface for rubber feet. The build quality is very solid. The design looks very clean and simple. I like the rounded corners, and I like this single piece of surface with cutouts for the buttons. There are 8 physical shortcut buttons or express keys. When pressed, the click is audible and it's quite firm. So 4 buttons are above the scroll wheel and 4 beneath. And within this scroll wheel in the center here, there is another button that allows you to change the functionality of the scroll. Now all these buttons here, you can customize them to specific keyboard shortcuts or predefined functions. The active drawing area is marked by these 4 white markers, and the dimensions 10 inches by 6.2. So this is considered a medium-sized tablet, and this is a very comfortable size to work with. The surface, it's matte texture. It's not too rough and not too smooth. It feels really nice to draw on. And this is how it sounds. And now let's see what the driver can do. This is Windows driver version 1.6.1. I have also tested the tablet on Mac OS with driver version 2.1.5. The functionality of Windows and Mac drivers, they are essentially the same, except for Windows there is this extra Windows Ink functionality here. So here we can assign shortcuts to the 2 side buttons on the pen. The pressure curve can be adjusted manually by moving this dot. This allows you final control over the pressure curve, and you can test the pen pressure. This is where you can map the drawing area to your desktop by dragging the little black dots here up and down. Now the aspect ratio for this tablet is actually 16:10. So if you are using a 16:10 display, that's great. If you're using 16:9, you may want to reduce this slightly to match the aspect ratio of your desktop. If you are left-handed, you can choose the option here and this is where you can assign specific keyboard shortcuts to those express keys. If you use many drawing programs, you can create a set of shortcuts specific to each program you use by clicking this plus icon. And these are the 8 express keys that you can customize. You can assign mouse functions, mouse clicks to the buttons. You can assign specific keyboard shortcuts by just pressing the keys. Or you can choose one of these 5 functions, and switch monitor is useful when you are using more than one monitor. For the scroll wheel or the dial, you can assign up to 5 functions. I have only assigned 2. So to switch between all these functions, you just have to press the button right in the center of the scroll wheel. So I have assigned zoom and changing of the brush size. For all the others, I just put no action. And now let's talk about drawing performance. Drawing performance is excellent on both Windows and Mac OS. I have tested Photoshop, Illustrator, Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, Clip Studio Paint Pro, Medibank Paint, and Krita. They all work really well. The pen is very sensitive and accurate, so I can draw very light to have the thin lines. I can draw faster and harder to get the thicker lines, and the lines, they taper really nicely. I can maintain consistent pressure very easily, so the thickness for the lines, they don't wobble. Basically, the lines, they always come out just the way I expect them to. The performance, it's very predictable, and I can press down hard on the tablet, basically tap on the tablet to create dots like this. Photoshop on Mac is a lot more responsive compared to Photoshop on Windows. This is my 2-year-old girl, Tiffany, sleeping on her bed. This is Photoshop on Windows. I just want to let you see the lag. So the line actually trails behind the cursor by quite a bit. And the animation of the line appearing, it's also not as smooth. Another issue with Photoshop is pressure sensitivity doesn't work by default. So you actually have to turn on Windows Ink to get pressure sensitivity working. Other than Photoshop on Windows, which is less responsive, all the other drawing apps that I have tested, they are very responsive. So I don't have issues with the other apps like Clip Studio Paint, Medibank, Affinity, Krita. The pen and tablet does not support tilt sensitivity. I'm only talking about tilt because I saw this on the box. So this means you can tilt your pen while you are drawing, but this does not mean that it has tilt sensitivity. Or maybe I am wrong, maybe there is tilt sensitivity. If that's the case, then it would mean that both my Mac and Windows driver, they have glitches. And now let me show you how the tablet performs with Android devices. So you need at least Android version 6 in order to work with this tablet, and not all Android phones and tablets will show the cursor when you are drawing. This is Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. It actually shows the cursor, but it's too small for you to see now. It doesn't make sense to use this tablet with the Tab S6 because this already comes with a pressure sensitivity stylus, so you can already draw directly on this tablet. There's no need to buy this. However, if you have a tablet that doesn't come with a pen, then it makes more sense to get a tablet to draw on to get that final control. Right now I have both tablets in vertical portrait orientation. So the active area is still the whole surface on the Parblo tablet. So I've just drawn a rectangle to show you the active area. And the reason why I'm working with both tablets in portrait orientation is because if I were to rotate this tablet into landscape orientation like this, so all the icons, they rotate to reflect the landscape orientation. Ideally, I should also rotate my tablet, but if I rotate my tablet and if I draw from left to right, you see this happens. As I draw from left to right, it draws from top to down. What I'm trying to say is the orientation of the software of the tablet, it's still in vertical portrait orientation, but obviously when this is in portrait orientation, you draw something, and this is in landscape, it's not going to match. The workaround is to lock the orientation using the Android settings and then rotate the tablet. So now I can rotate the Parblo tablet and the orientation will match this orientation. But the thing is, all the icons here, they will not rotate, so they are going to look a bit weird because they are like 90 degrees off. Alright, to conclude, this tablet, it looks good, the build quality is solid, and the drawing performance is fantastic on both Mac and Windows with all the various drawing apps that I have tested, except for Photoshop on Windows where there is this lag where it's less than responsive. Anyway, that's not a problem of this tablet because I have tested a lot of graphic tablets and pen displays. It's always Photoshop on Windows that has the lag. The only downside of this tablet is when you are working with Android devices. So the orientation of this tablet, it doesn't change automatically when you rotate your Android phone or tablet. And secondly, even though pressure sensitivity works on Android, when you're using this tablet, it doesn't work perfectly, and how well it works really depends on the app that you are using. To sum it up, the Parblo A610 Pro works perfectly on Windows and Mac OS, but less than ideal with Android. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I hope this video is helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.